person with no background music because I want you to be alone with your thoughts. Sorry, I'm trying to find it.
Thanks, I appreciate that, James.
So I made this piece in light of Mental Health Awareness Month passing, and this is for all the people who couldn't fight their demons and hear me today. Trauma is trauma. It didn't make me a super gentle pacifist or a better person. It traumatized me because it's trauma. It forced me to be smarter, more aware, self-conscious, anxious, you name it. In fact, it made me more susceptible to trauma. Trauma becomes part of your story, whether you want it to or not, and I hate it. I hate the thought of how it changed me in certain aspects, that no matter how much you heal, there will always be a scar. I'll give you an example. The constant battle of fighting suspicion and overthinking because I'm being treated the way I'm supposed to be treated. Fighting the, this is a trap and you're gonna realize it too late mindset. Being easily startled or overstimulated by small things. And don't even get me started on the types of trauma. Physical abuse, flinching when you aren't prepared to be touched. Emotional abuse, constantly worrying that people are mad at you even when they say they aren't and wondering what they're really thinking. Sexual abuse, cycles of promiscuity or shame and fear associated with the thought of being intimate because you think your partner will think less of you. And let's not forget the worst part, when the person who abused you is known for being a great person. That alone can cause cycles of fear, shame, and distrust. Debating on whether or not you deserved it, intensifying the fear of not being believed. How mind-boggling it is that you're seeing a side of a person they intentionally will never show the rest of the world. It's so surreal. And though you go through the healing process, let me be clear. I am not obligated to forgive the person who abused me. That's not a requirement. It is more important to forgive myself and acknowledge what happened so that I may move on. Abusive people will never deserve my forgiveness, compassion, or empathetic nature. With trauma can come triggers, and that varies from person to person. But regardless, do not ever fix your mouth to tell someone how they should heal or that they should love people anyway. That's so insulting and dismissive. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. What didn't kill me made me wish I was dead. Trauma is complex. It can linger. You can be aware that there are walls in places that weren't there before, wondering if the tendencies you have now make you harder to love, fighting to make sure that your perception of life isn't too much on the cynical side. It's exhausting. But long story short, yes, I hate my trauma. It's not something I'm proud of. It didn't have to happen to make me a better person. I simply experienced pain that I was forced to learn from. And though it can be part of a story I tell about myself, I am not my trauma. It will never define me. And if you hear nothing else I say today, hear this. Stop projecting onto trauma survivors because their experience makes you uncomfortable. I am sick of people's egos fueling toxic positivity. Survivors don't owe you comfort. We have every right to be angry, bitter, depressed. Let people heal at their own pace. We've dealt with enough, and Google is free. I don't owe you an explanation for the reason I'm on antidepressants, or the things that make me uncomfortable or trigger me. Survivors deserve peace, space, support, and love. And if you can't provide any of those things, that's fine. Just shut up about it.